Well, here's something interesting. You know, all the FUD about cryptos. Remember, the Bitcoin's used for money laundering and drug purchases and all that. We can't have that. Oh, that's what Bitcoin was being used for? Oh, Silk Road. Yeah. Oh, well, how about this one from Zero Hedge? Wells Fargo banker pleads guilty to helping launder millions for Sinaloa cartel. A 30-year-old Wells Fargo personal banker pleaded guilty on Thursday to knowingly opening bank accounts for people working with the Sinaloa cartel for money laundering purposes. Luis Figueroa of Tijuana? Tijuana, is that right? Yes, it is. Admitted to the scheme, which spanned the United States, according to Business Insider, between 2014 and 2016. Hang on one second. Money laundering organizations recruited people who would open bank accounts for the cartel's drug money. According to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Southern District of California, the operation laundered over $19 million in narcotics proceeds. The drug money would be deposited into the bank accounts, also known as funnel accounts, in amounts below the threshold for regulatory reporting, under 10K. Drug money would be picked up by cash couriers, often stuffed into shopping bags, duffel bags, or shoe boxes, after which it would be deposited at Wells Fargo and other banks, according to a DOJ press release. Couriers traveled to Los Angeles, Chicago, Charlotte, Boston, New Jersey, and New York City to pick up drug money into the hundreds of thousands of dollars, picking up the money in private residences or public places, such as parking lots or retail stores. The couriers would deposit the bulk cash in $22,000 to $45,000 increments at various banks used for laundering, including Wells Fargo. You're not telling me that Wells Fargo, the one who opened up their employees fake accounts for customers, not telling the customers they did this, and then charging them late fees and shit on the accounts because they weren't using them or whatever. And then they pled guilty. Yeah, we did that. Sorry about that. And that was also Wells Fargo with the auto insurance loan scam, where they bought a car, and then Wells Fargo was docking them some kind of special insurance fee on top of the payment they owed for the car, even though the people had the full coverage they needed anyways, or something. Remember that? There's another insurance scam. Scam after scam after scam by the too big to fail banks. Did Wells Fargo get any of your hard-earned tax dollars, that huge TARP fund and everything else? Yes, they did. They got a massive amount of it. And they're effing criminals. Oh, but blockchain, Bitcoin's been used to funnel money and drugs, the Silk Road, Bitcoin. No, just go to your local effing too big to fail bank. Figueroa, who was arrested in November in the joint FBI-IRS investigation, personally made several wire transfers from funnel accounts, knowing that he was dealing with drug money. He faces a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison and a $500,000 fine. 8 other people were arrested and charged in the scheme. Quote, "We can't allow our banks to be laundromats for cartel cash," said U.S. Attorney Robert Brewer. "Bank employees who launder drug money for traffickers will face prosecution in prison." The Sinaloa cartel is one of the largest drug trafficking groups in the world, based on the west coast of Mexico. First lab believed to have produced fentanyl was found at a home in Sinaloa's state capital. What was that old say? Who was it that said, if you ever want to rob a bank, the easiest thing he learned, if you want to rob a bank, just own one. Just own one. You rob everybody else. Unbelievable. Jean-Claude sent me that. He just sent me another email. Remember also the European Nobel Prize economist who was quoted in the Kaiser report this week about saying that crypto was used for fraud. Yeah. If you look at how much fraud crypto is being used compared to the big giant banks, it's a freaking needle in a haystack that you'd be searching for in crypto land. Okay? The bottom line is a criminal is going to use anything that they can use to do the criminal activity that they do. Doesn't matter if it's a bank, crypto, whatever. But don't have the financial media and the big giant banksters coming out and talking crap about Bitcoin when they are the biggest launderers of illegal money on the face of the earth. Do not come over here and crap in my Bitcoin pool. Okay? Take care.